my channel. I am so excited for today's video. It is going to be all about DHgate. It is something that I always get questions about, and I decided to create a video. So I'm pretty excited that today's video isn't going to be a haul because I don't know, I was getting a little tired of doing hauls, so it's sometimes exciting to switch it up a little bit, and that's what we are doing today. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I try to post a new video every Tuesday, but sometimes that doesn't happen, so you have to subscribe so you make sure you don't miss out on a new video. I'll also link my other social media platforms in the comments below, and of course, if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, I'll link it right here for y'all. That is where I post a lot of my content. I post, you know, outfit inspo, all that jazz. And that's where you will head to figure out as well if I have a new video up or not. Like I said, I'm so excited about this video, so let's just go ahead and dive right into it. Okay, so like I said, today's video is going to be a Q&A about DHgate, and it's also just going to be kind of like a purse, you know, tour, all the purses that I have ordered from DHgate. I just wanted to start out by saying that I know this can be kind of like a controversial, you know, topic for some people, so if you just don't agree with what I say, just please don't give me hate in the comments and just, you know, click out of this video and keep your opinion to yourself. But starting out, I just wanted to explain to y'all real quick what DHgate is if you have never heard of it or never shopped on it. So DHgate is kind of a place where sellers can sell different products. It's just a website that sellers utilize, and you can find some really good, you know, dupe designer bags there, and that is what I'm going to be sharing with y'all today. Okay, if you hear jingling, anything like that, Moxie has decided to join us in this video. She's kind of right here, so you can't really see her. But anyway, so I wanted to start out too by sharing just some of my favorite bags, and also just explaining a little bit about each bag, and then also just sharing, you know, the different kinds I have, since I've kind of, you know, bought from almost every single designer brand on DHgate. So I'm just going to share this with y'all. Okay, so this is one of the bags that I have purchased more recently, and honestly, I couldn't tell you why I ordered this one. Every time I go on vacation or have a trip planned, I'm always like, I need a cute little backpack. Not sure why, because I never usually wear the backpack on the trip. I usually end up packing another purse, but makes for cute photos, and yes, I do buy bags sometimes just for the photo, but don't judge, that's just how I am. So this is the first bag, and I really like the quality. It is like one of the cheaper bags I bought. This one was probably like 30 to 35 bucks, but it's held up pretty well so far, and the quality is pretty good. The only complaint I had when I got it was it just kind of smelled kind of funky, and then it was completely smashed. But I've had it sitting up for a while, and I've stuffed stuff inside of it to kind of like give it its shape. Sometimes what I'll do when I get a bag, if it's like smushed when it arrives, I'll like keep the packaging and just kind of stuff it in the purse for a while, and that helps it kind of give it a shape. But so far so good. The straps are good quality. The zipper is good quality as well. I know that's something that people tend to like have a concern about, you know, the zipper breaking and stuff like that, but this one's pretty sturdy. I don't have any complaints with it at all. And then it does have two pockets on the inside, you can kind of see. My only other complaint as well is it's just kind of like hard to put your hand in, but it is what it is, you know. It's not gonna open that much, but it's not that bad. You can fit quite a few things in here. I can fit my camera, my iPad, and notebook, all that jazz, and it's pretty good size. Like, I won't lie, like, I do like it, and the quality's pretty good for being a DHgate bag that's on the cheaper end. Okay, next up is this Chanel one, and I ordered this one, I can't even remember, a while back. Like, this was probably one of my first two bags that I ordered, and the quality on this one is amazing. I think this one was maybe around $40, so not too expensive, but not too cheap. And I mean, it's amazing. Like, the quality on this is so stinking good. I also love just this little nozzle thing. It's really good. Or not nozzle. What would you call that? I don't know. This little thing to open and close the purse. I will say too, for having this bag for a while, like the gold, all the gold metal is super good. There's like no tarnishing. It's sturdy, it's heavy, which I really appreciate. So this is kind of what it looks like when you open it up. It does have this little like coin little slot here. I'm honestly not really sure what you could fit in there, but if you need it, it's there. And then it has a second flap, and then like there's a little pocket, and then there's like a huge one. Overall, really, really great bag. I absolutely love it. It's lasted me a long time, and I've had absolutely no problems with it. I also love the little detailing that it has on the bag. They really put a lot of work into this one, but super cute. Absolutely love this one. Okay, I wanted to share this one with y'all because it is one of the cheaper bags I bought, but it's also just one of the more in style bags that I have. I love this bag. I honestly don't wear it that often, but when I do, I absolutely love how it enhances an outfit. So like I said, this one was more on the cheaper end for me. I think it was maybe around like $35, so pretty cheap. And there are like times, like out of all my cheaper bags, this one you can kind of tell a little bit more, where like right here there's like some red glue and stuff like that, but honestly nobody's gonna see it unless they're like this close and searching for it. So if you watch this video and you know me, don't come searching for my bags and insecurities. But other than that, I mean, it turned out pretty good. The leather part is pretty good quality. The strap is really good quality. I absolutely love that. This coin purse came with it. It does have a few little like string frays, but other than that, you can just cut those off and it's not that bad. I love this purse because you can fit quite a few things in it, even though it's small. I pretty much only have like a few things in my purse at a time. I'm never somebody who has like 20 million things in their purse. I usually have my wallet, my phone, my keys, and then here and there a mask and some sanitizer just because of, you know, the times we live in. And this one has like, it's like two purses in one. I really like that. And then you can detach this little purse and just carry this purse with this little strap. So really like how it's 2 in 1. But this one, like I said, for a cheaper bag, it's not the worst, but you can tell that it is made a little bit cheaper. But overall, I was really happy with this purchase. Okay, and then next up is a pink purse. If you can't tell, I absolutely love pink. I mean, it's everywhere in my room. But I was going to sell this one recently, but I ended up not selling it because the quality of this purse is just amazing. The leather is so good. The stitching looks amazing on it. All the gold accents and the chain have no tarnishing, no green, anything like that. Super, super good. I did want to preface as well that I do try to take really good care of these bags since I know they're not like the actual items and I want them to last for as long as possible. Most of these bags I've had for like, I mean, at least 2 years, but maybe more. So they have held up so long. I think I bought this one during COVID. Actually, I know I did. So this one, like I said, quality, amazing. I love this button. Y'all, can y'all hear that? I mean, the button is good quality. It's not going to break. It really keeps the purse sealed, and I really like that. And it's easy when I'm just like grabbing things in and out of my purse to snap it back. The inside, it's like a letter style kind of purse, and then it just has 2 pockets, like one's a coin and then one's just a little pocket. And I love this one, y'all. Like, I feel like the other day when I thought about selling it, I kind of like fell in love with it because of just how much like how good of the quality it is. My only complaint is that you really can't fit that many things in this purse. But like I said, I don't really carry that many things in my purse. And usually I've used this one if I'm like going out or stuff like that and I don't have that many things already to keep in my purse. Another thing that's kind of stinks about this one is you can't really like set it down like and it'll just stay there just because the bottom is so tiny. But I usually just put it on the back of my chair, and I hang this one up in my closet and I just hang it from like a hook. So works out. Really like these. Just wanted to share a few of my favorite bags before I hop into the Q&A, and I wanted to share just different kinds as well. Okay, so I have my phone here to answer some questions. A few weeks ago, I hopped on stories on my Instagram, asked those of you who had questions about DHgate to just kind of like drop them in the questions box so that I could answer them. I always get a ton of questions every time I share a new purse or people just see a purse they like on my Instagram. I always kind of get the same question. I just want to have a place on YouTube where I could really dive into those questions, and then also explain more about my thoughts on DHgate. I also wanted to say that at the end of this video, I will be sharing up close just all my different purses, so you can really get a feel and see for what the purses and the quality looks like. Okay, so without further ado, let's hop into these questions, and I have my phone here just so that I can refer to the questions, and I wrote down some notes because your girl can't remember everything off the top of her head. Okay, so the first question I have is, how sketchy is ordering from DHgate? And to answer this question shortly, it's sketchy. It's not a reputable store like Walmart, anything like that, so you don't have the feeling of safety, I guess, when ordering from there. But I've never had them steal my information, steal my debit card info. I use my debit card, not my credit card, when I order. Anything like that. So, and also to me personally, sketchy and scary are very different things. I've gone into a store or I've seen somewhere and I've been like, oh, that place is a little sketch, but I still go in. So to answer this question, yes, it's sketchy. I wouldn't let that keep you from ordering something from them, because I personally haven't had any issues with them and I've ordered several things from them. So if you're sketched out, then you just kind of have to hop over that, yes, this is sketchy, but I'm still gonna do it because I know that it's not that big of a deal. There are a few things on DHgate that I feel makes it a little less sketch. You can track your packages, which I really like, and all the tracking's pretty spot on. It kind of takes a while to kick in at the beginning, but then once it kicks in, you know where your package is the entire time. So that's something to me that makes it feel a little bit less sketchy in my opinion. Okay, so the next question I got was, how do you know what print you will get? So just if you don't understand this question, pretty much on DHgate now, they kind of blur out the logos. If I had this bag, it wouldn't show it with this logo. It'd have a blurred effect. So I can understand being sketched out about that because you want to make sure that you're getting the bag with the logo. So the first thing I do when I have a bag that I want to order is I go down, and if it's a good seller, they'll have a lot of purchases and they'll have a lot of reviews. And most of the time, if they're a really good seller, they'll have reviews that have pictures of people who bought the bag, and there you'll be able to see the actual bag that was sent to them, and they always have the logo. I've never received a bag that didn't have a logo in the photo that I received that also didn't have a logo. Everything has always had a logo. I don't know if that made sense. I just said the word logo several times, but moral of the story, even if the photo doesn't have a logo or a print on it, you always receive the bag that does have both of those on them. Okay, so the next question I have is, how good is the quality of the bags? And this one is just kind of tricky. So I just want to say, most of the time, people, when I talk to them about designer dupes and stuff like that, they always just talk about either how sketch it is or how bad of quality it is. And I feel if you want to own a designer dupe bag, you have to know that both of those are true. Yes, it is sketchy, and two, the bag is not going to be top-notch quality. It's not the real thing. But I will say that the higher end bags that I have bought, the better the quality. So most of my bags have ranged from $30 to $90. And like I said earlier, that other bag that I showed y'all that was $35, you could tell that it was a little bit cheaper made. They didn't, they weren't as careful with the glue, all that kind of stuff. Whereas my bags that are much higher end, one of my bags I paid, I think $75, $80 for, and the quality is top notch, super good. That bag has held up for years and I love it. So it really honestly just depends on how much you spend on the bag. Sometimes you can get a cheaper bag that's really good quality. It just depends. But like I said, for the most part, I've never received a bag that I was disappointed in the quality with. There's been a few oh, okay, yeah, that's a little bit cheaper made. Nothing that's just, caught my eye that was just horrible. I've never had a DHgate horror story, anything like that. In my opinion, it's worth it to kind of check out an extra, $20, $30 to improve the quality of the bag if you are looking for something that's going to last you a while. Okay, I got quite a few questions on DHgate, but I kind of wrapped them up into these 4 questions for y'all to keep this a super simple Q&A. So my last question that I got is, how long does shipping take? And this is another one that's very tricky, but to start out, you are ordering from overseas, so it does kind of take a little bit. But I will say the longest I've probably had to wait for a bag was 2 months. And like I said, coming from overseas, I kind of understood, like, yes, it takes a long time, but for the most part, they've done a really good job at shipping these bags out quick. Usually after I order a bag, it ships out either that day or the next day. So it's pretty quick, and sometimes the items arrive faster than you think they're going to. I've had stuff come in a matter of weeks, and I was just completely shocked by that. But I will say, like, you're not waiting like 6 months, anything like that. I have never had that happen. I also guess I should say too, I've never ordered from the same seller like every single time. I've ordered from several, like, I'm sure I've picked a new seller every single time I've ordered a new bag. So I've had a few times where people are like, oh, who's your seller? And I'm like, I couldn't tell you who it is. So I can tell you that just overall, from a shipping point of view, from just like purchasing several different bags from several different sellers, that it usually takes at least, or at the max, 2 months, but nothing crazy. And like I said in the beginning, you can track the bags and see where it is. And sometimes, you know, nowadays too, like, things are taking so stinking long. So, you know, you kind of have to factor in that aspect of it as well. But like I said, it's never been anything, and it's never been a crazy amount of time for me waiting to receive a bag. So my overall thoughts on DHgate is I actually really love them, as you can tell, and as you'll be able to tell, I have purchased so many different things from them. I've never had any complaints. I have ordered from sketchy places before, and this is by far the least sketchy place that I have ever ordered from. I, at this point, feel very safe when ordering from them. Anyways, that's my opinion. But like I said, I pretty much just kind of rounded up all the questions that I got from Instagram and tried to narrow them down to those top 4 things. I feel like those 4 things are what people are always asking me when it comes to ordering from DHgate. Next, I'm going to share with y'all just a close-up of all the purses that I have purchased from DHgate, just so you can see closer up what they all look like. But I hope this was helpful. If you ever have questions about DHgate, I would consider myself an expert at this point. Feel free to drop them in the comments below. I'd be happy to help y'all out, answer further questions, and all that jazz for y'all. for tuning in to this video today, guys. I hope it was helpful. I hope you learned some things, and I hope overall you just enjoyed it. I also hope that the camera quality was a little bit better because I just got a new lens today and I'm absolutely obsessed with it, so I might be making more videos here in the future because I freaking love how good the quality is. But don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on a video, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and I'll link all my other social medias below, including my blog. If you want to check out any of those, feel free. Thanks so much for tuning in today, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!